Today in this video we are going to discuss about rat control methods adopted in Food Corporation India as well as in other agencies also. So first of all we have to see the rodent control, that is how rat is controlled in godowns and even in houses, warehouses, because they cause a lot of grain damage. That is about 2% of the food grains are consumed by the rodents. So utmost importance is to be given for the control of rodents. It is always called rodents because of the habit of gnawing habit. Gnawing habit means that is always with the help of teeth it will be rubbing something, or the incisors. Totally there are 4 incisors, in top 2 incisors, and in lower jaw there will be 2 incisors. They lack canine teeth. With the help of these things it is used as the chisel, and it acts as like a pair of scissors, and it bite all the things. It may be steel or wood, water it may be, except the food. It consumes the food. The other items it cause damage to the wood, steel, or it always rub all those things. That habit is called gnawing habit, GNAWING. That's why it is called Rodentia. So the classification phylum, it is coming under the phylum vertebrata. Vertebrata means the rat have backbones. A vertebral column is there, made up of lot of vertebrae. It starts from the skull to the tail, so it is coming under the vertebrata. So then class Mammalia. Class Mammalia means it gives young ones. It gives birth to young ones. The young ones develop inside the mother's womb or uterus, and after maturation it delivers the litters. That's why it is coming under the, and also it feeds the young ones through teat. It gives milk to the young ones. That's why it is commanded Mammalia. It has mammary glands. And order Rodentia because of the gnawing habits. Rodentia means gnawing habits. That will be rubbing always, because the incisors will be always growing throughout its lifetime, at least 12.5 centimeters per year. So particularly the lower incisors will be growing more. So to avoid that, suppose if it is going on growing, what will happen? The jaw will be wide open and it cannot eat anything, so that it will die. That's why to arrest the growth of teeth, it has to rub somewhere else. It may be wood, it may be steel, or water may be the thing. So then we have to say that is the important, a pair of incisors we have seen, and lifespan 2 years, and also it eats about 100 to 150 grams per day, but the loss caused to the food grains is more than 20 times by the spoilage caused by means of fecal pellets or urine is more than what it eats. That is 20 times more than what it eats. So then the scientific name of the rat in house rat, there are 2 types of rats, black rat and brown rat. The black rat is the most commonest thing in house and godowns, that is called black rat. The scientific name of the rat is called Ratus ratus. That is Ratus ratus. This is the scientific name. Binomial nomenclature according to Linnaeus, it is known as Ratus ratus. Then Nature of damage we have seen already. It eats food grains. Apart from that, it causes damage to the steel, wood, aluminium or electron eaters, what are the. Because of this habit, it causes lot of monetary loss to the people. Then identification, how the black rat is identified, because it has the snout and whiskers as the and eye, then the body, the foreleg, and then the tail, so the all over the body it has fur and it is black in color. The whiskers, it has whiskers, and the nostrils it has. So it is very sensitive in nature. Particularly the olfactory lobe is bigger. Because of that, it is more sensitive in nature. And snout is pointed. This is called the snout. Snout is pointed. The snout is pointed snout. And then whiskers is a balance organs. And tail is longer than the length of the body and adding the head. So tail is acting as a temperature maintenance organ. Temperature maintenance, because it lacks sweat glands. So the tail is acting as a temperature maintenance organ, and also it also balances the body. So it also balances the body, and it is thwart, that is it drive away the predators. Suppose the predators more than the cat, like that, to thwart the predators, the tail act as predators. So these are all and it weighs about 150 to 200 grams weight. And then another important thing, the female has 2 rows of teats are there. So totally 12 teats will be there. That is for the feeding the young ones. There will be 12 teats, 6 on either side. So totally on the ventral side. So this is dorsal side. The side which is facing sky is called dorsal side, and the opposite side is called ventral. And in the ventral side there are 12 teats will be there. And habitat, as regards the habitat, when the young ones, the young litter is delivered, it matures within 42 days from the date of birth. It matures within 40 days. Then it starts mating and copulation, mating, etc. So from that day onwards, it starts its own progeny, developing a progeny. And gestation period, the gestation period means the thing which is in the womb, the young ones will be developing. That is, in the uterus, there will be, in the uterus, the young ones will develop, and the development period is 21 days. That is called gestation period. The development period inside the uterus takes about 21 days. So that is called gestation period. And another feature is it will not climb more than 3 feet. That's why the Gudon's platform are always having more than 3 feet in height, and the Gudon floor is also 3 feet, more than 3 feet height. That's why they cannot climb. And horizontal jumping, you can jump at about 4 feet length. And then These are all the habitats of the, and it is more shyness in nature. It will not touch the new object. Only it is when it is familiar with some object, that object only it will take. Then controlling measures we have to see. The important controlling measures. What are the measures which we take? Physical control, naturally, when we control by stick, and even by the experts are they could catch the rat, and they use people use traps by means of physical control. The traps are used inside a box. They will put some vada or dry fish, and in another one side will be closed and the other side will be having a spring-like structure. The spring-like structure will be attached to the trap with the spring. Whenever it eats the dry fish or vada, it will close the door will be, the trap will be closed, and it will be it is trapped inside that, and next day we will be in a sack, we will open it and we will kill it. That is traps. And now glue is available in the pad-like structure will be there. In that gum-like structure will be there, that is called glue. So when it runs through that, it will be sticking in that, that is called glue. And then next control methods are single dosage method. Zinc phosphate which we are using. Zinc phosphate is mixed with vada or dry fish or rice flour or wheat flour, and it is placed in the place where the movement of the rats are noticed. Usually the movement of the rats are noticed by the presence of the pellets and the urine marks. Usually the urine marks is fluorescent in nature. So when the urine marks are there, if we put a torch light, then it will glow. So that is called fluorescence. So by means of that, by means of fluorescence and the pellets presence, we can identify the presence of rat. In such of those places, we have to put bait in that place and we can kill it. So in single dosage means zinc phosphate is added with the dry flavors at the rate of 1:19. Then if we put in that place some 10 grams or 20 grams like that, or in a tray we can put even more, then it will eat, and instant kill, immediate kill will be there. It will be roaming for water because it will create lot of thirst, but if water is not there, it will die immediately. But the thing is, in the instant death or single dosage, the rat will be killed even inside the stack, so it will contaminate the food grains. That's why nowadays the single dosage poison is not at all used in FCI. So now we use anticoagulant. What is meant by anticoagulant? Anticoagulant means usually when the anticoagulant mixed with rice flour and other thing and placed in the godowns, when it is eaten by a rat, it will cause hemorrhage here and there in the blood vessel of the rat. Inside the blood vessel will rupture. So when the blood will rupture, the blood will be flowing through that and it will cause edema. But the natural thing is, whenever the blood comes out from the blood vessels, it will clot by the vitamin K produced by the liver and fibrinogen and thrombin. Because of these structures, the fiber-like structure or a net-like structure is formed over the wound and it stops the bleeding. That is called clotting. This process is minused, or that process is stopped by the anticoagulant. So whenever the anticoagulant is there, the blood will be continuously oozing, and at one stage it will be, the heart will not uh, pump its blood, because the in some places there will be edema, and the blood again will not be drained to the the right auricle, so the blood circulation will be stopped. So by that way it will die. But the thing, important thing in that, it will not die it will not die inside the stalk. It will be coming out of the stalk for oxygen and all, and even it will be opening its eye and all. Even if you put your fingers, it will not show any signs of movement. So it will be in that stage for 2 or 3 days and it will die. So the advantage of putting anticoagulant is there is no contamination at all, and it will not create shy, and it is easy to dispose of the dead rats. So that is the advantage of anticoagulant. And now we also will discuss about the how the preparation of bait is there. Usually the Roban cake is already ready-made Roban cake is there, and in Roban cake we as like peanut cake it will be like that, and there will be markings, and we can break it and put here and there. This is the Roban cake is very convenient, and it contains anticoagulant made up of the chemical warfarin or coumarin, which is acting as anticoagulant. So this is one method, and another is a racumin powder is also supplied, and the racumin powder we need not put as the racumin powder as it is. That also can be put in burrows. We can sprinkle in the burrow opening or mouth of the burrows, because the rat is having the licking habit of the forelimbs. So whenever it enters through that, the powder Roban, the racumin powder will be sticking in the forelegs, and it will be ingested, then it will die because of the anticoagulant action. That also can be done. Apart from that, we have to put bait, we have to prepare bait. Bait means the poison with the food is known as bait. Then only it will take without any shyness. How to prepare bait? That is, we can take 25 grams of racumin, and remaining 475 the bait preparation materials. What are the bait preparation materials? That is, the rice flour or wheat flour 450 grams we have to take, and then sugar 15 grams, oil 10 grams for adding smell and all. So putting all these things, it will be 25 grams of racumin, and flour, rice flour, that is 450 grams rice flour or wheat flour, then oil, because it will like the oil smell, 10 grams of oil, and then sugar 15 grams to add sweetness, 15 grams of sugar. So all these things put together is 500, it is coming to 500 grams. So 1:19, that is 1 gram of anticoagulant and 19 grams of food. So combining to this is called poisonous bait. So this 500 grams we can put it in tray, 4 or 5 trays, in an open tray. In that 100 grams, each 100 grams we can have 5 trays, open tray, and in that we can put it in various blocks where the rat identification is made, and it will eat daily, and whenever it eats it has to be replaced again, like that it has to be continued for 21 days. And another important feature which we have to adopt in a big complex, at least 80% of the total capacity to be taken up. Suppose for a 1 lakh go down capacity in a buffer complex, at least 80,000 tons are to be undertaken for this rat control, and 20,000 afterwards, after 21 days they can take up. So at a time all the people have to undertake this rat control methods. Apart from this, burrow fumigation can also be taken up. Per burrow 0.6 grams is suggested, but we can use one tablet also or two tablets like that. And because the burrow will be very big, and the burrow usually have two openings, one opening for enter and another opening for coming out. So we have to identify all the burrows and we have to put the aluminum phosphide tablet. Usually it is available in 3 grams to FCI. It is supplied per tablet weight is 3 grams. That 2 or 3 tablets we can put in a burrow, and it has to be closed with glass pieces or sand and bricks and other stones, and tightly it has to be packed. And even afterwards bud blast also can be done on all the burrow openings. So by this way the burrow fumigation can also be undertaken and the rats will die. So these are all the methods which we adopt in Food Corporation of India to control rodents. With this we conclude this video.